back to the second devlog of SCP World. There's quite a few changes going on, or have been done, to the game, mainly SCP based, and the addition of 2 new SCPs. While in their current form you might not recognise them, they're still there, at heart, maybe, if they have a heart. But yeah, without anything else, I'm going to go straight into the video of me just showing around what can happen. So, you start off and you hear footsteps. They play at a certain part of the walking animation, and the walking animation will sprint. Will get faster if you sprint, and also the sounds will change, which is pretty cool. Also, if you look on the left, you can see a top-down view and 2 blocks. If you can take a guess on which one, then congrats, you've found out who they are. The very dark black one is supposed to be 106. He spawns at a certain interval. Just casually opening a door. He spawns at a certain interval, appears out of the ground, then chases the player for a while, and then disappears. As of yet, he cannot open doors. Not yet. Well, not open. I'm planning for him to go through, obviously. And he just did a magic trick and just went poof from existence. The other SCP, as I look at this nice heavy containment door, which is in block form, is 49. I have added 49, kind of. Actually, yes, I have, pretty much fully. The animations are finicky, and if you step in the red, view cone, then well, he'll spot you. Obviously, this will be larger. As everything development goes on further, but the way it works is if you're in the view cone, he'll see you, and then if you leave the view cone, he'll go to the player's last point, or where he saw you last. He'll travel to there, and if you're not there, or it takes too long to get there, then he'll go on a patrol. And he can open doors. It will be shown soon. Right now, it's going to be shown right now. There you are. So you can open doors to get into rooms where the last player position was. Now, onto sounds. If you look on the left, SCP-173 has a bunch of spheres around them, and each colour is corresponding to a certain sound that will play, as you can hear. And the value will go up every single time you enter one. This will only happen if you blink. Or is not visible, for the grey one at least. But all the others will be completely silent, especially if you skip a few. And also if you walk into the spheres and keep line of sight on them, then nothing will play. Now, another test, something that I said would happen next, I think, last devlog, is this. If 173 will actually pathfind their way to me instead of going into the wall. And it's a little bit finicky, but it works. But I added something new, and that is that 173 can open the heavy containment doors. Why? Because I want the player to feel that they're not safe even behind them doors. I think it's a pretty cool thing to include. It does work both ways. This one makes more sense because it's more near the centre, but the other one didn't. But the plan is to actually have 173 in the centre, make the player blink a bunch, and have 173 change position each blink, and then we'll eventually open the door. However, the sound is there, and he just pushed me through 49. And that is it for the video so far. It's quite fun. And things are starting to... the AI is starting to get along quite nicely, and it's starting to work. I mean, it's probably not the best AI in the world, but it works, and I'm happy with it. And yeah. So the plan for the future, or for hopefully the next devlog, is to have ambience and preferably 106 to have actual sounds and to be also to go through doors instead of just going around them. I might for the time being make 106 open doors instead of going through them. I'm not sure yet. I'm not actually sure how to make 106 ignore certain behaviours of like nav mesh obstacles, because that's what I've been using for everything actually, except for 650 or 650. I could just say that. But except from that just teleports behind you. But the others use nav mesh, and what I've done with the doors is I've made them as obstacles and carve with carve, so it's more dynamic and it updates, which is quite nice to have, because before they just circle around the rooms you're in. It's quite funny. But yeah, I'm thinking of having 106 just completely unaffected by the obstacles and be able to just walk through the doors. At least stay to the nav mesh for the walls and things like that, but just walk through doors. I think that would probably be well, it'll be better obviously, because that's what he does. He walks through walls. And then I think for combating 106 I might add a temporary Tesla gate, which will probably consist of just a cube with a hole in it and another cube that kind of appears and disappears when 106 walks into the range, and also make it so that it damages the player. At the moment, the debug, or the only type of damage or death or health reduction in this game so far is a debug.log going player dead. But it works. It's just there because I'm not implementing player death yet. I'm gonna have everything else done and then have player death. I'd rather focus on that last for one of the base game stuff. Most likely before the procedural generation and things like that. But that's it for the rest of this, and stay tuned for the next one next week. Or the week after, it depends how much work I get done. So, have you ever wondered what the current bug of this game is? Or the main bug, other than that 173 doesn't teleport to the centre of the heavy containment door when opening it? Well, it's actually using 173 as some kind of speed boost to get around the map very quickly. Because you can't die by him. So if you just look away, you just get pushed at ludicrous amounts of speed. It's great.